Hey, gorgeous. Uranus is throwing a cat among the pigeons this month. So expect the unexpected as Uranus is returning to Taurus. So anything that we've been avoiding, anything that we haven't let go of and we know we have to, it's all hitting this month, as well as Mercury retrograde. So we're getting in that time machine and going back to the past. But on a positive note, something fabulous from the past could surprise us by returning as well. Here's your monthly astrology. Gemini, how are you doing, gorgeous? This month, you're very much focused on your relationships, your love life, your one-to-one business partnerships, your best friend. Whoever is your ride or die, that one person that you have intimate moments with, in whatever way that is for you, and you're feeling very energized about that. Now, I have to say, if you have any relationships that aren't working, you may find yourself more like really sort of, fired up about and passionate about getting it right, or you might even end up being quite spontaneously argumentative, which is not necessarily, well, you do like a good argument, but you're not necessarily, like an Aries, for instance, who just goes and just expresses their emotions, but you are feeling very, very intense, and there's lots of unexpected things happening about relationships, and that can be great as well, but it's unpredictable and it's exciting. So there's a lot of energy around that, and you kind of wanting to experience things that are very intense. We've got Mars going into Sagittarius, and that for you is your relationship zone, and it's opposing Uranus, certainly for the first few days of the month, because Uranus is going back into Taurus. So you're like, I want change and I want it now. And obviously, Uranus has been in your sign. You have had a taster. You've had a little bite of the apple of what Uranus in your sign is going to be like. How has it been? Has it shaken you up? Have you had loads of brilliant ideas? Are you feeling different about life? Are you changing direction? All of that was, as I say, a little bite of the apple until next year. Wow, it's going to be around for years and years. So this is also your moment when Uranus leaves your sign, but that won't be till the 8th. Is it the 8th? Yeah. That you can ground yourself and really reflect on how you felt since Uranus has been in your sign. I would imagine it sparked ideas, given you inspiration, but maybe unsettled you because you sort of changed your perspective in some way. Having said that, you're very well equipped to deal with a change of perspective. Now, the full Supermoon in Taurus is going to make you extremely intuitive and psychic. You're feeling things and you're intuiting things. Write it down, but also don't lose yourself in fantasy or necessarily overindulge on that day, because there's a lot of illusions. We don't know what the boundaries are when we're feeling like that. But it's great for channeling psychic, intuitive things. With Mars sextile Pluto, you want an adventure and you want change. You do not want boring when it comes to love, relationships, and one-to-one things. You want to expand. So whether that's in a business partnership and you're like, come on, we need to expand what we're doing, or whether it's a lover and you're like, we need to travel more, we need to do things more that are exciting, or whether you fall in love with someone suddenly this month who's very different or unusual, remains to be seen. But it does mean that you want adventure, but you don't want it on your own. You want to have an adventure with someone else. Venus is entering Scorpio, and again, you're moving into thinking about, what is a healthy relationship? What is my relationship to myself? Do I love myself? How can I change my routines, etc., to bring about the best outcome? And it's great for sort of doing a real long, hard look at your habits and patterns and shifting tiny things to bring great rewards. Jupiter is also going retrograde, which could be fabulous for you because it could bring about something from the past that can bring you security and abundance. Mercury's retrograde, and of course, that is difficult because it's causing you to think about things and worry about things connected to the past. Don't do it, darling. There may also be people from the past coming up and you thinking about, what does this mean? Who are these people? The grand water trine is coming to make you think about your feelings, which is something you don't necessarily do very often, to think about your feelings when it comes to your career, your work, and your financial security. But actually, when we switch into our feelings, that is when we can have an intuitive answer. And sometimes that is as important, obviously, as an intellectual answer. So, Mercury then re-enters Scorpio on the 19th. There's a lot going on for you. Don't be self-critical. Just get on and transform what you need to. The new moon in Scorpio is joining forces with Mercury. It's a time of great reflection. You might feel that you want to be on your own that day. You want to journal. You want to think about eating healthy food and doing things that make you feel good in your body. And also there is a grand water trine connected to this new moon. So there's a lot going on. And again, you're thinking about your career. If you don't have a career or you don't want a career or whatever, it's about where you want to put your life energy and what your focus is now for the rest of this life. And there's going to be some surprising intuitive answers as the new moon is opposing Uranus. So, wow, that is quite the moon. And, there's so much emotional stuff going on for you this month. It really would be wise for you to think about it. And don't forget, you have got a more grounded approach to things. Now Uranus has left your sign. And with Venus trine Jupiter on the 26th, all of the thinking and revelations of the new moon, you can put into action to build something. And there may be a fabulous opportunity coming up out of nowhere. Also, Saturn is going direct, which makes you feel much more peaceful when it comes to what you're committing to, what you're working on. And Mercury goes direct on the 29th. You won't necessarily instantly feel clear in your mind, but you're on your way to going, sigh of relief. I know what I want. I know what I'm working on. I know what I'm going. And that really is a lot of the energy of this month. It's giving you that opportunity. Finally, Venus enters Sagittarius, and it's all about the love and the one-to-one relationships. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. So why do we at Michele Knight give you a 5-minute, no questions asked guarantee? Well, our psychics are some of the very best in the world. They are handpicked. They have 5 rigorous test readings, the final one with me, and I require very detailed information, things they couldn't possibly know just by looking at Google or social media. We want you to be totally blown away by your reading, to feel that you've chosen a psychic who you can bond with, who gets you and gives you such specific information you feel completely reassured. If this doesn't happen within the first 5 minutes, don't be shy, just put down the phone and your minutes will be topped up or refunded. Your reading should be uplifting, full of clarity and advice, and leave you empowered to make the right decisions for you. We want Michele Knight to be your spiritual home.